this kind of surprised me, actually. I was looking for a really nice and small and simple portable podcast setup to use while on the go. I get a lot of that. I have clients talking about that. They're not in a place where they can set up a studio or some kind of a thing because they're traveling or they don't have the space to set this kind of stuff up, or they're not looking for this kind of setup. They're looking for something a little bit simpler. But I was really surprised what I found because, well, it's not what I expected. Let's get into this. Straight to the point, what I came down to for the camera was the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. So look at the size of this thing really quickly here. This is with the case, but just to give you a little bit of an example, that is the screen right here. And then this up here is the lens, and it's on a gimbal and it turns around and it follows you and that kind of thing, but is a very, very small footprint, which is amazing. Now, you can increase the size of this footprint by using an extended battery. So this just basically clips onto the bottom of the camera, by the way. And so you're going to be clipping it right there. And then the other thing you've got is a little tripod extension, which that did not focus, but anyway, right there, a tripod. So I'm going to actually screw this together just to kind of show you the size of the footprint. It's very, very small. And so that is with the battery and the tripod. And then you just clip the battery and everything into the camera and make sure it's locked, of course. But now it's slightly longer, of course, but still not, it's not awful. And then you open up the tripod and then you can set it down on a table and go to town with it. So it's a really incredible little setup, which blows my mind because of how small it is. And for transportation reasons, if you're flying or doing a lot of travel or that kind of thing, you can just take those items apart, pack them, easy fits in a bag or a backpack or a carry-on or whatever. By the way, I'm not going into like the DSLR cameras, the big ones. It's too big. It doesn't really fit the category of what we're trying to do when it comes to small, compact, and easy to use. Now, the other thing that I looked at was the DJI Mic Mini, which is this right here. By the way, I am not a DJI fanboy, nor is this video sponsored by DJI. In fact, I actually reached out to them twice just to find out, hey, can I get a couple of your products just to recommend them and review them and test them and that kind of thing too? And they ghosted me. So yeah, but I like their products. In the bag, by the way, you've got some cables and wind muffs and stuff. You can, hold that stuff in there if you really want to. Or what's really cool is that this is truly, honestly, all you need right here is the case. And everything is in here. That was the back of the case where you can plug it in to charge it. It's a charging case, by the way, too, which is really cool. But I'm just showing you what's in it so you can get a feel for what's going on. This is one of the transmitters, by the way, and they're very small. And the other one that you're seeing, which the light's not getting on there, by the way, is the other transmitter, but it's got a wind muff on it, which fits, which is nice. And then this is a receiver if you're going to be plugging that into, let's say, a camera or a phone or an iPad or a computer or whatever. And you do have your USB-C and Lightning options and all that. But what's really cool is that these are very small. I mean, it's tiny. And I love, again, we're going for a small footprint. So extremely easy to travel with, extremely easy to just plug and play and use. And what's really cool is that the DJI Mic Minis, the microphones, well, they wirelessly communicate directly with the camera with the Osmo Pocket 3. So you don't have to have all the receivers and the cables and the dongles and everything hanging off. It's just literally grab the mic, put it on, or hold it up. If you wanted to have a mic on let's say this right here. This is a cheap 3D printed, it's a mic handle clip. I'm losing my voice already. Look at this. I talk too much. This is the problem. So right there, if you can see, you actually clip the microphones right here. So what you're going to do is actually just clip this on right here, clip it down in there, and you're done. And then you talk into it like this, put the windscreen on it, of course, because otherwise it's going to pick up all of those P's and the breaths and everything else can be super annoying. And then that's it. You're talking into it, and I'll be doing a test demonstration to show you that here in just a minute. I found this combination to be the best all-around scenario. There are a lot of good options out there, by the way. Okay, just want you to know that. There are mics that actually do sound better than the DJI Mic Mini, but it was good enough, by the way, and it's a high enough quality sound that if you were to do something in post-production or you send it to an editor to have them do all that, you can make it sound phenomenal. You can make it sound like a studio mic. Out of the box, though, it needed to be good enough. And it is good enough. Are there a couple of mics out there that are better out of the box? Yeah, there's a couple. Or they're really kind of right in line. But this is one of the top. In fact, in my opinion, it's in the top 2. I found this set to be good for good sound, good video, great build quality, by the way. I think the build quality for DJI is actually really impressive. It's incredibly easy to start using and recording right away. And again, since they're both DJI, they talk to each other. It's the same ecosystem. They work seamlessly. You don't have to have all the other stuff in there. Interestingly, too, they work really nicely with the Apple ecosystem. So yes, you can take this and you can pull it off of an SD card and put it into a computer and, work with it if you want. But if you wanted, it connects with a nice app on the Apple. Granted, it could on the Android. I don't have one, so I don't know. But the app on the Apple, on the iPhone, it wirelessly connects, and you can basically have all of the videos that you take download to your Apple device, and it's there in the Photos app to be edited and to move from there. So it's pretty nice. It's an incredibly versatile system, and that's what I love about it. And I think that's probably why it won out over some of the other options out there. My main criteria that I was looking at for you, because again, I get clients and I get people coming to me and saying, I need something quick, simple, easy, and small and good. It is a small form factor, as you just saw. It's easy to pack. It's easy to travel with and use. And by the way, as I mentioned, I'm not considering anything larger. There are, you can use your phone and you can put it on a selfie stick or kind of a gimbal stick and that kind of thing. You can do that, but it's just bigger and clumsier and it takes longer to set up. It's not a bad option, but you have to factor in time. And that's what I'm looking at. And same with the camera. It's just too much time. It's too much setup. Time is money, right? So basically all you need to do, flip the screen, boom, it's on. That's it. And look, transmitter is connected, and all I got to do is put on that microphone, and I just start recording right away. Hit the button, hit record. That's it. I mean, it's that simple. That's what blows me away, right? The other criteria is that it had to be high quality, and it had to be able to produce good enough and professional results right out of the box. Yes, post-processing is better. It will yield better results, but it needs to be good enough out of the box so that you can get recording and keep moving. And again, stupidly simple and easy to use. And my last one is very versatile, and versatile is definitely what this is, and that's what I'm impressed on. So this setup passed all of those tests, and I'm going to share just a couple of real-world tests here in just a second. I'm going to be doing the studio test, and you can see I did do a quick little driving test in case, hey, if you're doing a thing where you're traveling, this is a great option. Record in a car. The acoustics are actually really good in most cars. So, you can go sit somewhere and you can just record a podcast, or you can clip on the mic and mount the camera and drive and talk, whatever. And then I also did an outdoor test in case some of you are outdoorsy and your business or your whatever it is that you're doing kind of warrants that environment, then use it. Every one of the vocal tests that I have done, there is no processing. It is raw right out of the box. Same with the video, same with the camera, raw right out of the box, automatic settings. There are some manual settings that are recommended to do with the Osmo Pocket 3. I have not done that yet. I will be doing that later, but these are all default settings. So these are going to be my tests, and we're going to go from there. This is the DJI Mic Mini test here in a studio office environment. It's not professionally sound treated, but it does have carpet and it does have things around and on the walls and stuff. So hopefully this is close to what you have as far as simulating your office environment if you do end up recording in a place like this. On the collar in an office studio environment, got a little bit of echo, but not too much. It's right there on the chest out of camera, and so then you don't even know where the mic is. You can also turn the LED lights off just in case you're also out on the go. Cars are a great place to record podcast episodes, have interviews, that kind of thing. Driving, we're moving, we've got some vent on, some road noise, wind noise, all that. Clip to the collar. Now it is down here, it's magnetized right to the seatbelt actually, just to make it kind of fun here. But it's just above the chest, just above the heart level. Honestly, I love the hat test. I think it sounds really good on the hat. But that's if you're gonna be wearing a hat. If your brand and your business supports it, by all means, this is a really great option. Outside, DJI Mic Mini here. Handheld talking up close, a little bit down here, giving you some outside stuff. Go outside and interview somebody. Get outside once. Get some sun. Stop looking like a vampire. And you're on the collar. The collar. That's right. I'm not talking too loud here because my voice is getting tired. I've been doing a lot of tests. Okay, DJI Mic Mini on the chest, outside. It is getting cold now, and not a fan of this cold. All right, there you have it. Now, I do have a couple of more comments as to why I chose the DJI Mic Minis over some of the other options, which were great options, by the way, too. But I'm going to be doing that in the next recommendation video. So if you're interested and you want to learn a little bit more as to why I chose that, and then hear some of the other microphones as well, just in case you're interested in a different one, then go check out that video because it's going to be great. Make sure to subscribe to Profitcast, to the channel here, and you'll understand the video on the top 4 wireless mics that I was looking at. And of course, we'd love to have you listen to some of the other episodes. I co-host with Seth Silvers, and we're talking about growth and strategy, content, marketing, analytics, all of that. It is really starting a podcast and growing a podcast correctly, setting it up for profit and doing it the right way. But thanks for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed this and I hope you got a lot out of it. And we will talk to you in the next episode. I'm signing off.